Hello, I'm Emma Hammett from First Aid for Pets, and today I'm going to talk to you about dog bites and about how to help if you or your dog has been bitten by another dog. So dog bites might be caused by a dog being fierce and aggressive, or it could just as easily be caused by them just being overly playful. Either way, bites from dogs can be jagged and are prone to infection. Dogs' teeth harbour a lot of bacteria, and a bite might not be immediately apparent, particularly if your dog has got a lot of fur and they've been bitten underneath. So if you think that they may have been bitten, you need to check out thoroughly and as soon as possible. So have a really good look. So even if the animal bite has literally just punctured the skin and there isn't a lot of blood, it's really important to wash the wound really well. This is the same for a human or the same for your pet. Small looking wounds can be deceptively large, as it can actually be a penetrating wound as it goes through, and there can be quite a lot of damage underneath the skin, or if it's your dog, underneath the fur. So make sure that you wash them as quickly as possible, or get veterinary advice and get them to a vet as quickly as possible, in order that it can be thoroughly cleaned. So if it is a very small wound, you can clean that yourself, and you can clean it with an antiseptic, an antibacterial, not an antiseptic, sorry, an antibacterial soap. So clean it really well with clean water and antibacterial soap. If it's your pet that's been bitten, reassure them, phone the vet, and clean it thoroughly. Stop any bleeding by applying direct pressure, and wear gloves if possible. So the same for a human bite, or rather a dog bite on a human, or even a human bite on a human. So you would wash it really well with soap and water, and you would apply pressure to stop any bleeding. And for a human bite, you would go to the human side, and for a dog bite, you would go to the dog that's been bitten, you'd go to the veterinary side. If the wound looks red or becomes inflamed, or angry looking, or gets itchy, and that's the same for you or your dog, if they're bothered by it, it's quite likely it is becoming infected. So as I've said before, bites can very easily become infected, and you shouldn't cover a bite wound so that you can actually see and keep an eye on it. Obviously it depends on the severity of the wound, but for a minor wound, so that you can keep an eye on it and see if it is getting red and angry looking. If it does get red and angry looking, you need to get help very quickly, and either the vet or your doctor, depending who's affected, will need to have antibiotics, because bite wounds do get infected, and it is possible to develop sepsis from a hugely infected wound. If you are outside the UK and you've been bitten by a dog, it's really, really important you get anti-rabies treatment quickly. Rabies is one of the very few illnesses which has 100% mortality if it's not treated quickly enough. So you need to get help fast. It's also a good idea to check on your tetanus status. I hope that's been helpful. That's Emma Hammett from First Aid for Pets.